You look so shiny. Ooh, girl, hey, girl.
Good health, good wealth, everybody. I'm Jay, and welcome back to my channel where I share my life as a 37-year-old single black female with all of you. Sometimes my life is very ordinary, and sometimes it's a little extra. So today we are going to do a quick 5-minute morning facial care routine. I'm really big into skincare. I get a lot of compliments on my skin, and I'm just going to show you what I do to keep my skin clear and moisturized. This is just my easy 5-minute, 3-step morning care routine. When I get up in the morning and I'm about to go to work, this is what I do to my face to prepare for the day. But before we get into the video, go ahead and click that like button if you are a single black female like myself, or a single woman in your late 30s trying to get your skincare and hair care together. And then go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos about skincare for black skin, health and fitness, and pretty much lifestyle as single women in our late 30s. Now that that is out of the way, let me show you what I am using for my 3-step process. So the 3-step process is cleanse, moisturize, and seal. And for today's morning care routine, I'm going to be using all Shea Moisture products because I trust Shea Moisture. I've used their products before, and I don't like to put things on my face that aren't tried and true, that haven't represented themselves honestly, and things that don't have a lot of chemicals in it. So I just have this little face bar. This is the Shea Moisture Black Soap Facial Bar. When I get up in the morning, I just wash my face, brush my teeth, comb my hair, get dressed, and go to work. And when I wash my face, I do it a very specific way. I make sure I have clean hands, which is why my hands are really ashy, because they are clean. I just wash them. And I like to wet my face first before I put soapy water on my face. So I have a little bowl of water here, so I'm just gonna wet my skin so that the soapy water can lather really well and get all around my face and get into the pores. All right, there's a word in hair care that they use called slip, which basically means to be able to slide. And that's the same thing with skincare. When you are putting water on your face, make sure it has enough slip. So basically, if my hands can easily glide across my face, then my face has a good amount of slip. Now that my face is lubricated with water, I'm just going to now wet the bar of soap and get a lather going and get it kind of sudsy. Not too sudsy. You don't want a lot of suds on your face, because extra suds dries out your skin. So you just want to get a little sudsy. Then I put the bar of soap down, rub my hands together, and start massaging. Forehead. I have an oily T. I have oily skin, so I make sure I hit my forehead every time I wash my face. Hit the bridge of my nose, my cheeks, the top of my cheeks where you would apply blush. I make sure I get it there. In the crevice or the creases of my nose, because that's where my pores are really big and they get really clogged, and that's where my pimples kind of set in. So I make sure I get that all cleaned out on the sides, down to my chin here, especially down here. If you wear a lot of makeup, I don't wear makeup really, but I've seen people who wear makeup and they have this line right here of makeup because of their foundation and their contour. Then they have setting powder and all that jazz. And when I see people with makeup, their face is a different color than their neck, so I know they're wearing makeup. But if you wear makeup, you want to make sure you are washing this area here, because that will also be prone to acne because you put a lot of makeup there. I also like to get the back of my neck because, again, I have oily skin, but I'm also very sweaty. I don't sweat on my face, but I do sweat in my underarms and on my neck. So I like to wash my neck when I wash my face in the morning. All right, just a few minutes, and now I'm going to rinse off my face. Get rid of all the soapy residue. Sometimes you got to give it another lather to get all of that off. Usually I just put my hands in the sink and I just kind of splash my face. But since I'm not at my sink, I gotta do what I gotta do. All right, make sure the back of my neck is soap free. Also, use a terry cloth towel, or I watched this video with Kourtney Kardashian and she uses a muslin cloth. It's almost like a cheesecloth towel she uses to dry her face. I'm going to invest in one of those because I think it won't pull on my skin as much as a terry cloth towel or a microfiber towel. Those things really do make a difference. The type of material that you're using on your face to dry your face or apply product really make a difference in your skincare. So you definitely want to be using the softest fabrics possible. Fabrics that wick away, you know, the water without drying out your skin. So things that will do that quickly. And so, did I say terry cloth? I did not mean terry cloth. I meant microfiber. Use a microfiber towel or this muslin cloth that I'm going to invest in. All right, clean skin. That was step one. Cleanse the face, all right? Using the Shea Moisture Face Bar. All right, I've done that. Now I'm going to moisturize, which is step two. Again, using the Hydration Face Lotion. This is a pump, which I really love. It's just like handheld. I'm going to put 2 pumps on my fingertips and then start from my forehead and going all the way down to my chin, the front of my neck, and then the back of my neck. And then once that is done, I will determine if I need more pumps of lotion. I don't like to start off with a lot of lotion because you can use too much lotion on your skin, and you definitely want to do that. You want to start with 1 or 2 pumps, put that on, and then if your skin still feels dry, then add 1 pump at a time until it feels like it's completely moisturized. So, all right, 2 pumps, forehead, cheeks, chin, neck. All right, start from the forehead, hit the oily T underneath my eyes, right at these cheeks here, come down my fat cheeks, down here to my jawbone. Okay, already I'm out of the face lotion. I haven't even gotten to my neck. I have a big face. I have a lot of skin, but that just tells me that my skin is very dry. So actually I'm gonna do 2 more pumps. Hit underneath my jawline, front of the neck, back of the neck. There we go. Make sure that it's all moisturized in, worked in very nicely. And then I don't know if you noticed, but I'm going up. You don't want to pull down on your skin because that is going to aid in sagging, and we don't want sagging. We want nice, high and tight skin. So we want to go upwards. Go up on the neck, up on the back of the neck, go up on your face. Up on the forehead, work those wrinkles out. I have some forehead wrinkles, so I like to massage those, get that blood circulating as much as possible. Again, this is what I do when I wake up in the morning every day before I get ready to work. So at this time, I'm either brewing some coffee or my kettle is on because I like to drink hot water, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, and honey in the mornings. All right, work it, work it, work it, work it, work it. Done. That was step 2. And now the final step of my easy 3-step 5-minute facial care routine is the hydration oil. Now this oil does say it's an overnight oil, but let me tell you why I started using this oil. I live in the Midwest. I live in Southern Illinois, which is about 20 minutes away from St. Louis, Missouri. It's like a stone's throw. I can throw a rock over the Mississippi River and hit St. Louis. And whenever it is winter in St. Louis, it's basically winter where I am too. And our winters are really dry. You get freezing temperatures, dry air, and when the wind, and then like a high wind chill. So when the wind hits your face, it feels like needles, and it's just sucking out all of the moisture from the air, all of the moisture from your skin, your scalp, everything. It's just taking away every drop of H2O that is in the atmosphere and in our lives. The winter just sucks it out of it. This also happens in the summer. We get two types of summer here in the St. Louis Metro East area. We get hot, humid summer, and we get dry, hot summer. We get like a dry heat and we get a humid heat. And that can happen in the same day or the same week. We have a saying here in the St. Louis area that if you don't like the weather around here, wait 15 minutes, it'll be something different, because it is constantly changing and it all sucks. You get like maybe 2 weeks of good weather where it's warm, not dry, not raining, sun is shining. That happens once in April and once in August. After that, the weather is just horrible. So since I'm typically dealing with dry air and harsh temperatures around here, I have to protect my skin as much as possible, and that's where the oil comes in. Now, when I leave the house to go to work and I'm fighting these elements, I want to make sure that my skin is protected from the weather drying out the moisture from my skin. And to do that, I have introduced putting a face oil into my morning care routine. Before, I would just wash my face, put some moisturizer on there, and then leave for the day. If I had a morning serum, I would put my serum on before my moisturizer, but that was typically it. But at the end of the day, or even the middle of the day, I found that my skin was really, really dry, and I just wanted to find something that would prevent that dryness happening so soon. Why did I choose an oil? I chose an oil because scientifically, an oil creates a barrier on anything that it's on. For instance, if you mix oil and water, as they say, it doesn't mix, it actually separates, and they lay on top of each other. So it makes a distinctive barrier, oil does. So what happens is if I put an oil on my face, I'm basically sealing in the moisture, and it's going to make it that much difficult for the weather to dry out my face, because I have that layer of oil that's protecting my skin. If you don't believe me, go back to 8th grade science. Oil is very difficult to penetrate and to put stuff in and to take stuff out. It's very difficult to take moisture out of oil, and it's very difficult for things to penetrate oil because of its density. Oil is very dense, and it makes things difficult to maneuver in and out of it or through it. Now, the density changes with the type of oil that you're using. Again, this one is 100% virgin coconut oil, but I have seen other face oils that have coconut oil, they have tea tree oil, jojoba oil, acacia oil, argan oil, a bunch of stuff. But I didn't want to mess around with that on my face. I have used coconut oil before. I never in this type of fluidity. Most of the coconut oil I get is like raw, cold press, and it solidifies and coagulates, and then when you melt it, it liquefies. But this particular oil stays liquid the entire time. So maybe it's warm pressed. I don't know why it's staying liquid. Oh, maybe it's because it has other oils in here too. It has vitis seed oil, a bunch of stuff, acacia, Senegal gum, bayonet, evening primrose oil, a bunch of stuff I've never heard of before, but I really like this oil on my face. And another thing I like about this particular oil is that it comes with this great dropper. It comes with this great dropper where you can put in the top, and the glass cylinder will hold as much oil as you would like. If it comes in a dropper, what I do is I fill up the dropper as much as I can, and then I release it to about halfway, because I don't want to use a lot of oil on my face because I don't want my skin to look oily. And when I fill up the dropper, I put it on my hand. I have seen videos of people actually putting the glass dropper on their face, and I don't do that for two reasons. One, it's glass. So if you are heavy-handed and you're a little bit of a bull in the china shop, there is a chance that you could break that glass on your face. That glass can get in your eye because you're starting at your forehead. You can cut your skin. So I definitely don't want to put that glass tube on my face because I could break it because it's glass and it's temperamental. And the second reason is because the bottle, everything inside in the tube is sterile. But the minute you put that tube on your skin and then put it back into the bottle, it's no longer sterile. You just contaminated the bottle. So let's say you didn't wash your face properly and there's some bacteria or fungus on your face. If you touch that glass tube to whatever, fungus, let's say you have chickenpox or ringworm or something, and you touch that and you put it back in the bottle, now the whole bottle's got the fungus and the bacteria in it. So I don't like to touch my face with the glass tube. I just fill up the dropper, put a few drops in my hand, and then put it on my face. So now I have a few drops of the oil on my hand. And again, I'm just gonna go up. It has good slip. I'm gonna go around my entire face. I'm definitely hitting the areas that dry out the most, which is the, let's see, this pokes out the most in my face and protrudes. This protrudes the most. So that's where the wind is gonna hit most. This and my eyebrow bone, because that protrudes as well, and my nose. So my nose, eyebrow bone, cheeks are all protruding. Wind's gonna hit that first, and that's gonna dry out first. So I definitely wanna make sure that's heavily protected. Boom, cheeks, jawbone, neck. Again, always moisturize the neck. That skin starts to go really fast as we age. It starts to get wrinkly and starts to sag. But if we keep it moisturized and tight, and we focus our skincare routine on the neck as well, then we can increase the longevity of a youthful looking neck. Otherwise, we're gonna start looking like turkey necks in our early to mid to late 30s. I'm gonna get the back of my neck. If you want to get your chest area, your décolletage, you're more than welcome to do that as well. I don't typically expose my cleavage, but if you do, if you're a fan of low cut tops, then you definitely want to hit that area, your décolletage with your skincare routines. You want to cleanse there, you want to moisturize there, and you want to seal it with an oil. If you are using serums, then you want to make sure you hit those serums there as well. Especially in the summertime, if you're wearing tank tops, yeah, you got to hit all of this with these items. All right, that is it. Let me just show you what my face looks like up close. It looks so shiny. Ooh, girl, hey, girl. That's what my cheeks look like. That's what this cheek looks like. That's what my forehead looks like. And I am ready for the day. Yay, I did it. That was my easy 3-step, less than 5-minute morning skincare routine with all Shea Moisture products. If you guys like this video, again, give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to get more videos about skincare in your late 30s. I'm Jay. Make sure you follow me on all of my social media at JSoExtra, and I will see you guys next time. Leave me a comment below to let me know what your skincare routine is. I'm just like, these knees are too old to be bending down in front of this camera like this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Put a comment below. Let me know what your morning skincare routine is, whether it's long or short. Just let me know how you do it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.